Well, howdy, and welcome back once again to the Withlacoochee River Railroad and the Withlacoochee River Report. Probably the last report of the year. Now, where did those come from? Well, I'm showing you my big Christmas Day haul, or my big Christmas Eve haul. Went and had dinner with the daughter and her significant other. And that's what they gave me for Christmas, was that Ford boxcar. That is obviously a car from the 1970s. In fact, it's even got the old MPC era box with it. I'm going to go along and say that the tank car is also MPC era, but the tank car is a little closer to being a scale car. They say they got it off of a place called Etsy, or Etsy. But here's the box to the box car. The tank car didn't have a box, which is fine. I don't care if they get me used merchandise. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me in the least. Would I have rather that Ford Motorcraft Autolite Spark Plugs boxcar would have been done in scale? Sure. But I'm not worried about it, and I probably won't ever run that too much. The tank car, on the other hand, is going to find itself in regular operation. So that's the big news for my Christmas for this year. I did the Christmas special, which has no episode number on it, so it's not number 98. This is number 98. And I'm going to clue you in on what the plans are for the next year. So let's stay tuned and find out. Okay, well, so far this year I've gotten some things started, like the passing track got started, but somehow has not been tied in with the main line yet. Okay, well, we kind of figured that's probably not going to be in the year 2025 or 2025. Will I do any more videos this year? Well, not necessarily. Things aren't working out too well. I gotta find me some money somewhere. And so, you know, where I normally work through, we have not had any jobs really that I can do that come in for the past few, well, not much anyway, over the past couple of months. The, this is killing me because I'm flat ass broke here. I'm getting tired of it. Anyway, looks like I might have to get out and sell some scrap metal and stuff. Another thing I plan on doing this next year is, okay, this caboose is pretty much done. I got to get a smoke jack on it, but aside from that, the caboose is in good shape and good enough to go. Let me move that over here, and let me pull out the next project. This here is the B-unit drive that I'd gotten for $10. That's a K-line B-unit drive. And I had this B-unit shell on it from Williams, which worked fine. It did what I wanted it to do, but really, it wasn't what I was looking to, actually leave that a B-unit. This is powered. It does run. I've got it rigged up with a bridge rectifier, so it only goes in one direction. If I could get my hands on a blue NAMI decoder or something, but that's like $255. It's probably not worth the effort. I do have this shell here, which this shell will fit. That's obvious. I'm going to have to cut the corners off on the front here, and I've got it clearly marked front, F for front. We'll got to take these corners off in order for the A shell, because unlike, you see, if you'd have made a B unit out of one of these old Atlas, or out of two of the old Atlas F9s years ago, whatever shell you stuck it on would still fit, because, they had the front of the locomotive actually curved, around here. And so I've got to take and cut that frame a little bit. I've got the stuff to do that with, so that's not so difficult. I'll have to take and put lights in it. I need now making the side window glass and the porthole glass for this, that's not a difficulty at all. The difficulty is going to be in the windshield, coming up with a way of making a windshield for it. It can be done. I've had to do them before. Not that big a deal, but certainly not for the faint of heart either. All right, so over the next few weeks, I imagine that resurrecting the dinosaurs is going to be tied up with a K-line drive and an Atlas F9. Now, why don't I wait until another K-line drive comes along for $10? Well, we don't know that it's necessarily going to do that, do we? You don't find that stuff every day. Somebody mad that they dropped it and shattered the original shell. Yeah, they don't, that just doesn't happen on a daily basis, or on every show. Because most of the time these guys, if they've got a powered chassis somewhere, they're going to want bigger bucks for the powered chassis. But the guy that had it, he was mad at the moment because he dropped it and broke it at the train show. And that was bent. It was bent back here. So it not only shattered, it did some damage to the frame. So, not a big deal. Okay, this section is marked front, but we've got the air tank cover right here, whereas here the fuel tank should be toward the back. How in the heck did that happen? I thought I got that right. On the B unit, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh well, we will figure something out. But either way, I plan on having an F9 do its job. And I've had that shell for a while. I picked that up for $5. It was just the shell. It does have its headlight lenses in it, so I don't have to worry about fabricating those. I'm kind of looking forward to doing that. Also, on future episodes of Monday Night Madness, we're going to get these buildings kind of painted and a little bit of weathering done on them to, make them stand out like more realistic buildings. I don't plan on running the, Motorcraft Autolite Spark Plugs boxcar all that often. I just wanted to run it to show that, I do appreciate the thought. It was a Christmas gift, and no, I'm not going to just put it up for sale. It'll go on display somewhere, maybe in the house. The tank car, on the other hand, can see regular operation, regular usage. It's not a bad-looking tank car. It's got some of that toy train looks to it because of some of the details on it, but those are things that can be fixed later. So, with that being said, I'm going to wish everybody a Happy New Year as we go into 2026. And let's hope that we have better things happen, like, work. Work-related things that we can, where I can actually make some money and actually have something to spend at the train shows. I would like that very much. Get some, I'm thinking of redoing the setup on these buildings so it looks like I have streets going this way. I'll make a much higher, make them sit much higher, and then have a road ramp coming down to the station at one end here where, the cars can drive up and down the road, or an alleyway that leads down to the station, and have these buildings facing another direction so they don't look so out of place, if you know what I mean. Trying to put a street, back and forth this way isn't going to necessarily work because that's such a tight spot back there, but have a series of streets going in with alleys in the background there, having a series of streets going into the backdrop or into the wall there would look a whole lot better. So, get that one up to where it's sitting, get everything up to where it's level and everything. I may have to crawl that. That's one of the reasons I haven't done a whole lot more track work here. I intend to have this yard and passing track put in, hopefully early in the new year. I would like to have that done, but in the meantime, it's not likely to happen all that soon. I got to finish testing both of these ZW transformers out because I'm probably going to sell one of them. I might sell one of my CW80 transformers as well. I don't know. I've got to see about putting together some scrap metal, tomorrow, and hopefully the scrap metal place is open tomorrow. If not, I'm going to have to take and hopefully hope that it's open on Friday. So, let me go ahead and get the train going. I do like playing with that RS1. Don't get me wrong, I like the RS3 too, but its sounds aren't as good as this. Until next time, and until next year possibly, happy railroading.